Welcome back to CTM.
Hello everyone, welcome back to CTM Performance. I know you ain't seen me for a while. Again, been stuck on machines. We've got the old friend of the family from CTM back in the day come down to see us today. He's a very nice gentleman. He's got his own little YouTube channel, which he will explain a little bit about. But he's come down. He used to be our major machinist and engine builder. Probably left us 12 years ago, probably more than that, I suppose, about that kind of time. And he's gone out to pastures new, enjoying himself. But he's come down, spent the day with us today, done a bit of machining. We'll just show you what he's done and just have a little chat with him or whatever. There we go. Hello sir, if you'd like to introduce yourself to the camera so everyone at CTM knows who you are on your little channel.
My name's Jim. My channel is Jim's Shed, and if you go looking for it, I'm not the Irish chap because there's two channels by that name. So
right.
Yeah.
So keep on looking at YouTube and that. And what's the actual channel about? What is the project about? It's about a little pug, I believe.
Yeah, well, it's a 205 I'm building. It's a lot.
So following on from the Pinto engine we had in to strip and check things over, obviously I've just took the cam out, followers, springs. We're going to have to bandage these up, see what they are. But you can see that they've changed the stem seals, but they seem to be put on wonky donkey. But it looks like something's happened to the guide, loose guided, or changed it or something. But I'm going to carry on stripping it, get the inlet out, do a fitted length, and see what else we can find. So as you can see on the Pinto, all valves are out. It has been loose guided with thin wall bronze guides. We don't like these, more than likely be changing that. Just took the cam out, but I thought the cam was a wee bit tight. It has got graphic around on it, but when I look at the journals, they are the original Ford bearings, and they have just been rubbed up. They've not been changed, they're not new. You can see clearly, I'm not sure if this is going to pick it up, but you can clearly see the pitting and that where they are old. They should have been changed, but that's the way some people are. Well, you can tell that's old. Should have changed them, but hey, I'll report that back to the customer. I'm just going to do a fitted length now for his cam. So we're just looking at the seats here. Not too concerned as such yet. This one doesn't look that great, but we do have inlet whack on the pistons, which we can't figure out. Porting work, it's not too bad. The inserts on the exhaust are a little bit proud in the chamber. Chambers haven't been done anyway, but they're a little bit proud, which means that could heat up a bit. I'm going to check the inlet valves, see if they're bent, see what goes on. I've just put the valves in our refacer. All the inlets are bent, which we said on the pistons someone got the timing wrong. That's why the customer took it back to them. The exhaust, I've got a slight little wobble. Now I've got to put it to the customer. We could get away with rerunning them, but that's his choice. But I'm going to have to get Charlie to speak to him, see what he wants to do, especially with the guides. Is he going to stay with them, keep them? Same with the valves, they definitely need changing. Be ideal to change them at the same time, but let's see what he says. So my next project on the go is this Toyota 1KZ bottom end. As you can see by the pistons, especially this one, it had a little boo-boo. You can see where the pistons all broke away and whatnot. So the customer got his own bits and pieces. He got a liner kit, new pistons, bearings, rings, the lot, but this all had to come from China. And what we had to do with the block Just put the liner kit in it, which I don't know if you can see the liner just there. Bore it out for the new pistons, and now I'm just about to assemble it. Now I'm only doing a bottom end, but let's get on, get this done. Put you on the time lapse.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. You see the drippy, I'm fitted up. Hop in my car and the giddy up. Secure the bag, yeah, I get the bus. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. I've been on the flex.
So as you can see now, that's the crank rods and pistons in, all torqued up. Poundage on these bolts, a little bit shit to be honest. 50 newton meters plus a 90 on the mains, 50 newton meters plus 90 on the mains, and 35 newton meters plus 90 on the big ends. It's what it's in the book, it's what it's got. I would do them a little bit stronger than that, but that's not down to me. Get it off. I've got to put it onto trolley because I've got to get the rear seal on. That's all I think I've got to put on it, to be honest with you. Flywheel, possibly put the flywheel on. I've got to see what he wants to do with that. But yeah, that's the bottom end built up anyway. So, thank you very much. Just thought I'd show you this flywheel that's been done. It is a Nissan Micra, another one. The customer contacted us about lightening this one up for him. He wasn't sure on the weight he wanted to go down to, but he wanted to make sure that it was reasonable. He weighed it just over 7 kilos, I believe. We weighed it and it come in at 6.5 kilos. As you can see, it's had quite a bit taken out of it. And it is now just come in just under 4 kilos, so it's still quite strong, still quite thick, but I will say Nick's done a lovely job on that. So just updating you on the Pinto engine that we got in from a customer that someone else built. This is the crank out of it. It's not bad, there's a few marks on it. It definitely needs a good clean up, possibly a lap. I have to measure it all up because there is some marks in there that I don't think are going to come out. I said at the beginning when I started stripping this, because it has got a new oil pump, pickup's been cleaned and a few other bits and pieces, and I thought it wasn't a bad build, but the let me show you actually. The pistons are not new. Now this car's not done, well this engine's not done any miles. Pistons are not brand new. You can see where the valve hit. You can see it's standard size valves. There's a lot of scoring up on the side of the pistons. Again, I can't see how the pistons are this dirty when it's done no miles, literally not even been fired up. And he had piston to valve, he took them back to it. Sorry, he had piston to valve, he took it back to the company, they reset the timing, he's left, and then brought it to us. The bores are really bad, as you can see. All this is done has been in the Bewbee. It's definitely not had no boring done on it. There's a lip there. Every bore has got marks in it, which we're going to have to measure up. That one there is really bad. I have to measure it up, see if he, well, to be honest, it needs a new set of pistons and a bore on it, to be honest. Cylinder head, that's not too bad. The cylinder head, that's not too bad. It's got bent valves. Inlet valves are, yep, definitely bent. The exhaust got a little bit of a bend, but you can get away with them, to be honest with you. But as you can see by the head, that, alright, yeah, it's dirty from dirt, obviously, but it has had a fresh skim on it. Port work's not too bad. A couple of the inserts are above the chambers. They need to go down, or that's going to be a hot spot. It's had a fresh skim on that, but the block's not even had a skim. But it's not looking like it was a good build.
Morning everyone, welcome to another video of CTM Performance. Just a quick one here, just showing a few measurements of piston and bore clearance. We've got a little 2 litre pinto block over there, which I'm sure Dean will spin around to show you. Customers bought to us. Bores are not fantastic really. The cross hatching is non-existent, little lip and that at the top. So Dean pulled the bottom end apart. We just want to measure piston and bore just to see what's what and what's happening. Just check the pistons there, checked all the sizes. Use our old-fashioned mic. When you measure the pistons, you normally come down about 250-300 thou on the skirt. I have checked them and that already. And on this, when they're coming up because this is a 3 to 4. Obviously, you start with a 3, so it's 3 inch. It's 500 thou. Then every mark is 25 thou. We're just under the 3rd mark there, so it's 3.573. Which is what it's come. We won't worry about the temps just for now. So I say we've got our old bore gauge or whatever there. One was missing the glass. We've got to update that. But what you do is obviously you just keep the mic locked off to what you're doing. If I'll just show you. You put it on there, then you can see where the gauge, and then you can set your 0. Over a thou and a bit. Yeah, we're happy with that. As we see on that there, that's on 0. It's just to get a baseline of what's happening with the block itself. Then we can go to number 1. You've got 4 there. See that right at the top where that lip is, you're talking 6 thou. Probably a touch on 6.5. On the bottom 3 thou. So unfortunately it looks like we have a badly worn block at the top end. Yeah, they're 5 to 6 at the top and 3 at the bottom. So I'm not saying that they're ideal. We know it always comes down to budget and what the customer wants to spend, but don't know if we would be happy putting this together with them pistons and that in it. So it'll be a phone call to the customer to see what he wants to do next, whether he goes up to the next oversized piston, it'll be a 0.5 or whatever. Just depends if it's in his budget. But yeah, no, it's just a little bit to show a little bit of a measurement of that for you. All right then people, take care. Cheers.
Hope you enjoyed that video. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you in the next one.